This is the Realty Classroom Podcast, episode number 37.
Welcome to the show that focuses on helping real estate agents build a bulletproof business plan so that they can sell more properties in less time and live a more fulfilled life.
Are you a real estate agent with an entrepreneurial spirit who wants to turn your job into a business without sacrificing your lifestyle, but you just can't seem to find the right plan to help you get there? Well, then you're definitely in the right place. Hey, I'm Danny Griffin, the founder of the Realty Classroom and the host of this podcast. And to help you take immediate action to build a better real estate agent business, I've created a free jumpstart course for you over at freeagentgift.com. And look, I'm passionate. Those are the basics that I adhere to after 20 years of doing this, both as an agent, broker, top producer, and a coach, and I'm still doing it to this day. So please, I'm trying to share my best basics with you for free, whether you're a top producer or whether you're just brand new to the business. freeagentgift.com. All right, let's get started. So, how a vision-driven business really works is what I want to talk about today. And I am hot off, if you hear the scratchy voice, it's because I am hot off of 2 back-to-back masterminds, not only with my core mastermind group of all my entrepreneurs who are really trying to build out companies, teams, etc., and their team players. Back-to-back, we talked about this today because it relates to everybody, anywhere, anytime. I talk about the vision with passion, and it's easy to do and it's easy to get people involved in it. But today, what I really want to talk about is why that's a very pragmatic or practical approach to doing well in this business. And a lot of people don't see that. They go through the exercise of saying, oh, yes, I've been through the core values and the vision and values and all these exercises. And quite frankly, I had early on in my career. But until I sit here today talking about it, I'm not so sure that I really could tie it into all my pragmatic listeners. Somebody who might say, oh, just give me the goods. Tell me how to do it. I get that. I want a business that works. Well, don't dismiss it that easily. Let me break down why. Point number 1, you have to be very clear in life what your personal primary aim is. If you need to do a little extra work on that, look no further than the work of Napoleon Hill. 20 years of his life dedicated to studying some of the most successful people at the turn of the century. And he's not the first guy to talk about success and its systematic approach, but certainly he makes some tremendous distinctions along the way. And one of the things that he gets into is the primary aim, your chief primary aim, and what that's all about. So for me, and I'm always transparent trying to share my actual example because I'm doing this business and I want you to know who I am. A long time ago, probably in my late teens and early 20s, it became clear to me that was weighing heavily on me was that I really wanted to be a person for others. I can remember coming out of an experience where that really was just very clear. And I like the concept, as you know, of chunking things up and organizing them. Why? Because it helps me. I'm not naturally born out of the womb a hyper-organized guy. So to take all that creativity and that passion, for me, it's about organization. So if there's one thing I've learned about being organized, it's that your personal North Star, in other words, that place you look up into the sky and you keep heading and you say, that's really where I want to be. A lot of people give that lip service and they talk about it and they never do anything about it. I'm going to show you how that comes down into your business and how you can actually use your business to achieve the fulfillment of your primary aim. So for me, again, the establishment is chunking up that I am, simply put, a person for others. In other words, what does that mean? It means that every time I can help anybody in any context and I see clearly that it benefited them, and now even when I don't see, just for the sake of helping somebody, I've evolved who I am as a human. I just go there quickly. I'm the type of guy that when somebody's tripping over a doorstep with a carriage, I'm going to run out there and help that person pick it up. I'm going to hold the door for somebody. I just like that. I don't know why, but I just do. I feel fulfilled in the day. And oftentimes I'll look back to all the noise of a day and I can remember just the other day holding a door for a gal that I almost didn't do it because I thought she was too far away from me. And she says, oh, thanks. I'm having a tough day breathing today. Right? How good is that moment when we can live that primary aim and see it fulfilled? It's just an amazing experience, right? So Now you take that primary aim and you say, all right, enough of that. Let's go. Let's get off the esoteric stuff. Danny says, all my pragmatics. Okay, good. Here we go. Your vision for a business should serve that primary aim. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Think about this for a second. If you go into business every day, no matter what it is that you do out there, but in this context, we're talking to real estate agents, so we know our audience. But whatever it is that you do, there's all sorts of mechanicals and things that you'll have to learn how to do. And that's really where we all seem to run. Is this the right lead gen platform? Is that the right script? Is this the good-looking business card, website, etc.? Those are all the tactical, technical questions that I get, and they're important. They matter. But they layer on top of the fact, well, what if you do master all that stuff and you go through a transaction and you have a good website, and at the end of the day, you finish a transaction and something just doesn't feel right. And I'll tell you, it's because the way that you're doing it is probably out of alignment with your primary aim. Think of chiropractic. You just kind of know when your back's a little bit off, right? The bone's a little bit out of place. And as much as you had a good run and good exercise, something just doesn't feel exactly right. And you walk away from that class just feeling unfulfilled. Something wasn't fulfilling. So as I thought about this, I said, well, how do you articulate that? What does that mean? If you want to be a person for others, how do you state that vision? Well, I want to help as many people as I possibly can within reason. Okay. So that's where you start to say, I'd like to own my own small business that serves my primary aim that can help as many people as possible. Well, where? And that leads to the next point, which is choosing the platform of real estate. So I arrived at real estate not expecting to be there. I had started my career in finance, and it seemed like most people that were successful were heading in that direction. But very quickly, I felt out of alignment. I felt that, I was asking myself a question, more importantly, who am I serving here? Who am I helping? I get it. We're managing money and it's for these pension funds, and behind the pension funds are these hardworking teachers, etc. But I couldn't see them. And that just wasn't fulfilling to me. So when I chose real estate, I chose it because I could see that human being. Right in front of me was somebody who had the biggest financial and perhaps by default emotional transaction that they were ever going to make in a lifetime, or at least one of the top couple. And that seemed like a really big problem that I could solve through help, and figured I could feel really fulfilled. If I could help them go through that process and really chunk it up, strategize it, and get them what they wanted, that would be really fulfilling. So that's why I chose real estate. So it was an alignment. So here we go. I've got this primary aim for myself. I stated that I'd like to be able to run my own small business that serves people. Why not real estate? It seems like it offers that opportunity. Good. Next. Somewhere along the line, I pull in Michael Gerber, who comes along and says, okay, Griffin, you've got this all down pretty well, but you chose real estate. You better stop right there, buddy. And you better ask yourself a simple question. How does the real estate agent business that you've just chosen, how does it really work? Or are you just diving in haphazardly saying, I'm going to help as many people as I can? Because in retrospect, that just doesn't work. You can't help everybody. You can help some people. And quite frankly, there's so many people that transact real estate, you end up only helping a small percentage of them in your marketplace. But that can be very satisfying if you break it down like this. All right, Michael, I got you, Gerber. You're making me be a good small business person. You're asking me how the business works. So here's what I'm going to tell you. There are 3 types of people that make the business work that I want to help. And knowing what I know today, Michael, here's the order. Number 1, a person who needs help selling their property. That's number 1. Well, why is it number 1? Because this is an inventory-based business. So if I'm going to be a realist and a pragmatist in this business context of real estate, I better pay attention to the inventory. And I better understand that I need to go out and help sellers first. And that's for all of you. Don't blow me off on this. I know some of you are going to tell me, well, I'm an exclusive buyer agency only. That's fine. If you're really in that lane only, I have no problem with that. But without the listing agents bringing you the inventory of those people who need help selling, there's no opportunity for you, right? So just understand that I'm here promoting Number one, sellers, because that is the prime mover for the business. And selling a property is quite complicated. There's a lot more to it than people think. So there's a big problem to solve there. The next is the buyers. So the buyers are the other side of that market making opportunity. So there's an enormous amount of buyers to help. And quite frankly, the industry lately in the digital age has perpetuated more of a pursuit through lead generation to buyers. And so we've all gotten lost in these lead gen platforms that are primarily buyers. Sure, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of internet lead gen for sellers too, but it's primarily towards buyers. So it's really proliferated getting that buyer off the internet and helping them. So that's number two. That's the second type of avatar or ideal person that I can help in the context of real estate. And the last one is for all of you, and I know some of you are going to just check out on this one. Don't do that. Because once you begin to understand sellers and buyers, who else can you help that accelerates this at an X number of levels? In other words, if you wanted to take your knowledge and 3X it, 10X it, whatever it is you want to exit or expand it, what about other agents? What about inviting other agents into your team, into your group, into your agency, or just masterminding with them and sharing it and giving it away for free? That's the third type of person that you can help and serve. So, Michael Gerber, we've got our three people, sellers, buyers, and agents. And there they are. Those are the people that we believe that we can serve. So you see, it really comes down to this. Now I'm going to give you a teaser for the next episode because I have to carry it from there. The next big question is, all right, I understand how the primary aim led me into getting a vision for this business in the context of real estate that I chose, and I've got the three people that I can help. I chunk it up. But this is where the rubber meets the road next, right? Is that now we're sitting there thinking, all right, what do I do and how do I do it? Where do I find these people? Because the teaser here is that I get a lot of people in a panic. All right, this is good. I get it, but I need now business. Like, you're not listening to me. I need now business. You need now business. We all do. That's the plight of the small business person. Of course we need now business. But why aren't we better prepared when we're in front of the now business? And I'll give you a little teaser for the next episode. When you really think about this, because I'm going to give you some how-tos on that too, but when you really think about this, you're telling me that all of us couldn't find a now conversation that might lead to now business at an open house this weekend? Oh, but I don't have any inventory. Really? You couldn't borrow it from somebody on your team, at your brokerage, or just go out and ask a FSBO? Can anybody lend me their house so that I can serve them to create a market for it? Come on now. That's now conversations that may lead to now business. The other thing is just going right up to the for sale by owner, right up to the expired, the probate, whatever the case is on the listing side, and saying, look, can I open house you? Can I help you? What can I do? So those now conversations are right there. But it's really understanding that when you arrive there, if you're not really genuinely owning this vision, I am here to genuinely help you. Yes, I need now business as a business person, but win, lose, or draw, I am arriving at this conversation with you, telling you that I'm in this business because it allows me to serve and to help you. And I have some strategic plans that I want to share with you. So even if you don't decide to go with me, I am going to leave you with the best stuff that I could on what to do. So that as you go forward buying, selling, or being an agent, at least you heard from me and I left a good footprint. It's like opening the door for the lady and not getting paid. There's nothing wrong with it. That goodwill will come back to you. All right. So let's go back and hit these bullet points again. The main question was, really, why does a vision-driven business work? It's because you start off with your primary aim for your life or vision for your life. For me, it's being a person for others. Then I'm able to look at small business and say, okay, let's write a mission statement for my small business. Well, let's build a business that helps as many people as possible. Then all I had to do is choose a context. I liked real estate because of the big problem to serve. And then I just went to Michael Gerber and said, okay, here's how it works, because you challenge us small business people and telling us we fail because we don't take the heartbeat to think how it works. So at least let's start with the three types of people. right? And that sets us up for the next episode where I'm going to talk about the core content, why you're so afraid to actually do the open house, why even as a buyer agency, you're afraid, some of you, not all of you, to go to the listing site because you're not ready. You're not prepared. You haven't done the basic education yourself. And we hit that next week. So this week, summarizing the key point, establishing the foundation of a vision-driven business leads to a more sustainable, calm approach where you're not panicked for now business. You're strategic about moving in that direction. All right. Now, remember, you can take immediate action and get started in the right direction with our free video course, which I've mentioned already. Please go there. This is my gift. This is my help to you, freeagentgift.com. And what you should expect when you arrive there to take that free course is I am giving you the wireframe for the answer to Gerber's question. Well, how does the business work for agents? It's there. It's free. It's outlined. It's the what to do. And more and more and more, I give you a little snippet here on how to do it, right? And of course, if you like what you learned here, then we'd appreciate it if you would share these insights with other entrepreneurial real estate agents just like you so that they can come here too. They can find their way. We can help more people. And don't forget to subscribe or follow us on whichever platform you're listening. And of course, a positive review is always appreciated if you moved in that direction. You know how people are about testimonials. Is this real? So I'd appreciate it. Hey, we also give away more of our best stuff and then starts to broach into how to. You can actually listen to me coaching live on our live sales training on Facebook every Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. And remember to like that page over there so you won't miss the notification. But you're definitely going to hear how to, not just what to do like this podcast is mostly about, but how to do things live coaching. All right? You can eavesdrop on that. And of course, thanks for your valuable, precious time. I appreciate you listening. I'm flattered and humbled by the opportunity to serve you on this podcast. And all I ask for is you keep showing up, you keep sharing it, and you keep trying this stuff in the field. Your feedback is always listened to, and we keep just chunking it up for you so that you can take this information, serve your life so that it becomes a little bit easier out there, okay? See you next time.
You've been listening to The Realty Classroom with Danny Griffin. Join us next time to continue learning how to build a smarter real estate agent business plan that helps you live a more fulfilled life.